Hi, I'm Timothy. I'm the co-founder and managing editor of Dollars and Cents, a personal finance website that aims to help Singaporeans make better financial decisions. We aim to write articles that we think the average Singaporeans will care about, things that are happening in Singapore, topics that will help the lay person to be able to make better financial decisions for themselves. I don't know if it's just me, but I think it's inevitable when you are young that one of the things growing up is that you always worry about like money. You always worry about like what would you do when you grow up, whether you will have enough money, whether you'll be able to get a job that will pay you enough to be able to take care of yourself, take care of your family, take care of even your parents if they need help with. So I think that's one of those very normal concern. I don't think it's anything special. I think a lot of people, a lot of Singaporeans have that concern growing up. So that's one of my concerns as well. So like I just ask myself if I'm able to provide for myself and my family. I think one of the most rewarding things in life is upon getting your first job after school, being able to earn your first paycheck, being able to finally, tell yourself that, hey, I'm able to provide for myself, I'm able to provide for even my family growing up. I think another rewarding experience is just buying your own home. I think it's just growing up, that's always something that you worry about, because we always talk about how expensive homes are in Singapore, but being able to like realize you can afford the down payment and also being able to service the monthly mortgage, it's sort of like an achievement on its own, and I think that's one of the most rewarding experience I have. I think it's simple, but I think it's very rewarding in its own ways. I think last but certainly not least, I think another of the very rewarding experience I had was just being able to start my own business and being able to reach the point when I'm able to pay myself a pretty fair salary similar to what I used to be able to get. I think it's pretty remarkable when you think of it as being able to start something out from scratch and being able to actually generate enough revenue, not just to pay yourself, but also to pay your colleagues, the people who work with you. And I think thus far for me at least, that's one of the most rewarding experience, even on top of like investing and beyond that. I think one of the things that we always aim to do in Dollars and Cents is, I think before we started Dollars and Cents, that was back before 2012, we always found that there was a lack of personal finance articles or personal finance education out there on the internet. There's a lot of articles that you can find, but a lot of times they don't really relate to the average Singaporeans who just want to make better financial decisions for themselves. So one of the things that we did is, of course, we started writing a lot of articles that is just based on our own experience, based on our questions that we ourselves have, and actually just to go out there to research and to actually write these articles. And it was, I think it was about 2 years after we started, then we started realizing that, hey, people were actually reading our articles. I had friends, or my brother was telling me that, hey, he told a friend of his about Dollars and Cents, and they said that they read some articles from me. I think that's rewarding in its own ways. It was sort of like the motivation we need to realize that, hey, people are actually learning something from the things that we write, and I think that's on its own is a pretty decent achievement.